So Aughrim Castle is going to be our second last stop. After this I'm going to bring you back down to the centre because there is a key character in the battle that I haven't mentioned yet and haven't really spoken about, and that is Luttrell. But we're going to go down here first. So this is actually a really nice walk. There's a stream on one side and you're going through the trees, and it's actually really nice and peaceful, which is a complete contrast to how it would have been in 1691. So the regiment that was stationed here were Walter Burke's regiment, and we know that after the Williamites had crossed the causeway, we know that they were able to do that mostly because the regiment that was stationed here, for whatever reason, did not keep up the firepower. We have accounts that they were using French or English guns and were supplied with either French or English ball, which didn't fit. So if they couldn't fit the ball down the muzzle of the musket, obviously they weren't able to fire. So we have accounts of them firing the buttons of their coats, firing stones, anything basically that they could fit down. Now, I don't know how accurate that would be, that they were supplied with the wrong ball. It may be that the supplies were just mixed up, because obviously the men would really have been making their own ball beforehand, so they would kind of know what their guns took, if you like. So that one I don't know. It may be that the guns just got clogged. Muskets need cleaning quite frequently, which is obviously quite hard to do in the heat of battle. So it may be that they got clogged and weren't able to fire. Alternatively, they may have just ran out of supplies. So we know that a good musketeer can get off 3 shots a minute, okay? And normally they would have carried, we'll say maybe 24 cartridges with them, right, into battle. That's what they would have had on their person. So that would give them about 8 minutes of firepower. So I don't know of any battle that's lasted less than 8 minutes. So it could be that they just ran out of ammunition. That's entirely possible. We won't really know. So yeah, this, I said to you already that, you know, the key defences were made up of the bog, the causeway, which we've just walked down, and this castle, which I'm going to show you now. So normally these fields are empty, but sometimes there is livestock in here. So if you're coming this way, do just beware. And obviously there's livestock in the fields, just keep away. The farmers are very, very obliging around here, but obviously their livestock might not be. So we're just going to come into here, and then we'll be able to see the castle. You can already see the memorial cross there. So that has inscriptions written on it in English, French and Irish, and it's for all the soldiers that died here. It's in memory of them. And if you were expecting Disneyland, I'm afraid not. The castle is literally one wall, and you can see the bank and ditch around it, which I'm not going to climb up now with the camera in my hand. But yeah, so this would have been a fairly substantial ruin in 1691, more than what you see now. And this was kind of the last key defence of the battle. When this fell, this is when it all went to hell for the Jacobites. So I'm going to walk now back out the way I've come, and I'm going to head up to the centre, and we can talk about Luttrell, because when the castle here failed, there was still cavalry at this end of the Jacobite line, the chief of whom really was Luttrell, and as we know from the accounts, he did nothing, basically. He didn't put up much of a fight, and people love to kind of pin the Jacobite defeat on him, as well as Sam Ruth. They're the two ones that kind of come out poorly in all of this. So we'll head down to the centre and we'll have a chat and see whether he's actually as black as he's painted.